Hello, my most beautiful friends. You guys cannot tell by today's title and thumbnail and what I have in my hands right here. We have the new Daus Mendoza collaboration with Glamlite. I honest to God did not expect to get this. And when this arrived, I was like, oh my gosh. So here we are. I just got off of work. I literally used a makeup wipe to take off my makeup because I want to play this new collection and let you guys know my thoughts. You guys want to see what this entire collection is all about. Is it actually worth it? Well, then definitely keep watching. I truly did not expect to get this in PR. I know that like sometimes I get PR from Glamlite, sometimes I don't. So I never really expect anything. So I'm always the first one to be like, I'm going to buy it. But for this last round, I actually did not buy it. I was intending to buy it yesterday. Literally was like, okay, I get paid on Wednesday. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go ahead and buy this collection. I got so excited. And then I literally got home and I was like, what's this package? I opened it up and I was like, oh. It's the new Daus Mendoza collection, which I genuinely did not expect to get. So I'm going to go ahead and go over each individual item as we play with it. Hey, beautifuls, I did not expect to get this. First, I just want to show you how gorgeous like the PR packaging is. Like, what? And then you open up and you are going to have all the goodies on the inside. But what's actually really cool is that mine's signed. Mine is signed. I did not expect that. So what? All right. That's actually really cool. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and start off with the Daus Artistry 30 color face palette. Creating makeup videos in my village to launching my very first cosmetics collection. This is truly a dream come true. I started my beauty journey at 15, fueled by passion and creativity, and now I got to pour my heart into my first ever palette. This palette is a reminder that chasing your dreams, believing in yourself, and embracing your passion can make anything possible. With shades perfect for everyday glam or bold ultra glam transformation, this palette is designed to make you feel confident, empowered, and ready to shine. So first off, this palette does retail for $35, and I have to say, I think this color story is actually beautiful because for me, you do have a lot of neutral shades in here for those who are very much intimidated by color, but then you also have a lot of colorful shades in here for those who really love color like myself. So that actually gets me super excited to see this beautiful, colorful palette. I love the fact that this is going to be a 30 to a pan palette and you have different, tones you can play with. You could do everyday makeup looks with this or you could do the ultra glam bold looks with this as well. So I'm going to try to do 2 eye looks today because I really want to play with this palette. And I'm going to be very honest with you guys. If my eyebrows or anything looks like shit, I just got off of work, okay? 100 degrees outside, okay? It is hot as balls outside. And I just got home from a 8-hour shift and I'm now gonna be filming for you guys. I have been up since 5 a.m. I had to be at work at 8 and now it is currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I just got home a little bit ago and I made myself a coffee. I never make myself a coffee this late in the afternoon. But I'm exhausted because I also have to wake up again tomorrow at 5 a.m. So you guys are seeing this. This is same day Allie. Hi! Same day Allie here. Usually I try to now pre-film. I used to film the same day and put the videos up. But the only time I ever do that now is just my new makeup releases. More often than not, I try to be ahead of the game because I get exhausted otherwise. So I'm trying to branch out a little bit. And well, today I really want to play this collection. So I'm going to go in with a, what am I going to go in with? I'm going to go into this shade right here called Mean Girl Energy. And we're going to put that along my T-shade. I'm going to do like one red, orange, like fiery eye look. And then I really want to play with some blues and purples because I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I could do neutral, but you guys know that's not really like my jam. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. Okay, so I want to let you guys know that I was invited to this launch party and I'm so sad that I was unable to make it out because it was on Corey's birthday and they let me know a week before the launch party. And if I was a full-time content creator, I could have made it work. Like I could have absolutely made it work, but unfortunately I do have 2 other jobs. If you guys did not know that, I actually do have, well, technically 4. 2 of them are freelance. Okay, so 2 of them are freelance. So I'm not like, 2 of them are freelance. So more like a contracted gig versus like a W-2. But one's YouTube, one is my job at Disney. And then I also have 2 freelancing jobs. So I'm a part-time editor and I also work for customer service. So both of those are remote, thankfully, and I can kind of work on my own time for the most part. I mean, the editing, I don't really get to work on my own time. No, it's not really more my own time on that one, but I do the best I can to really like balance my time. It's not as easy as it once was because it's exhausting. I literally get home from work around 3 o'clock And when I get home from work around 3 o'clock, I clock into my customer service job. And then if I have any editing, I focus on editing. So it's a lot of work. I do this 5 days out of the week. So needless to say, I am exhausted. I'm exhausted. I've been up since 5 a.m. It didn't help last night that I didn't really sleep the best because last night we were having some really bad thunderstorms, and I love thunderstorms. They put me to sleep. Like, I actually listened to, well, me and Corey listened to thunderstorms with like a black screen. That's how we fall asleep. It's like a background noise. And we fall asleep to that because we find it so soothing, right? Like, it's a very soothing noise. I think on top of that, I'm going to take a little bit of TG right here to help to blend that out. But me and Corey like to listen to very like soft, soothing like rain to go to sleep too. But last night it was lightning and thundering pretty crazily, like literally at like midnight. And at that point I'm already asleep. But our dog Koa is very reactive to thunderstorms. He does not like it, so he gets very, very, very scared. So he jumped in bed and he woke us up because he was terrified. And every time a thunderstorm happened, like a thunder boomed, he would jump up and it just kept waking me up. So I did not sleep the best, but I wanted to be there to comfort him because I know that he was so scared. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And then tomorrow's the 1st, which is just a lot. And tomorrow's the 1st, which is just a huge day for me because tomorrow all my background switches to my fall decorations. And I just have a lot of work to do at the office. So I know Allie right now is so tired that I'm filming this, but future Allie is going to be so thankful. So anywho, how was your guys' day? I told you guys earlier this week I was going to film a chatty here with me. I'm still going to. That's just not going to be live until next week now because I just pushed it back because I wanted to get this video up instead because I was so excited to play this collection. But one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is, this is the most silliest thing to talk to you guys about, but it's something that definitely has affected me because I care too deeply. I'm gonna go into the shade right here to help to soften that up just a little bit more. So anyway, it's definitely affected me. But Corey and I go to this field that's near our home, and technically we're trespassing. Okay. I'm sorry, not technically. We are trespassing. Okay, there's signs over there that says no trespassing. But we've been going to this field since 2020. We discovered it first when COVID happened because we used to go to this one field by my apartment complex. And the reason why we even discovered that is that we would take our dogs to the dog park. And I used to see this lady walk behind this field. I'm like, oh my God, where's she going? So one day we were just being creepy and we decided to follow her to the field, and we had just Kaya at the time. And she led us to this big open field behind our complex that, again, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was here. This is kind of perfect because we could bring our dogs to it. And our dogs can and Kaya can kind of run around. She can have a lot more leg room than the small little dog park that we have because she's too big for that dog park. She's like literally too big for that dog park. So we started to utilize that dog park as much as possible because we started to utilize that field as much as possible. But we just, I don't know, wanted something a little bit different. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Delas. We're going to put that in the outer V. So anyway, we started to switch it up and go to a field that was across the way from us. So it's nowhere near us, and we'd have to walk like over 2 miles to get to it. But it's so worth it because it's completely private. Now, mind you, this is I think, a state-owned field. So we are trespassing. And we've been going there, like I said, since 2020. I absolutely love it. I think I've shown you guys. If you've been on my Patreon, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Hottie to go with that. If you've been on my Patreon, I know I'm doing a red eye look. Like, what is with me? I never do this type of look, but I really want to play with these shades. But if you've been on my Patreon, or even like back in the day, I used to show like behind the scenes vlogs. I would show me and Corey at this field because we absolutely love this field that we go to. It's just a wonderful spot that me and Corey can go and let our dogs run around at and just be completely free. We've seen coyotes there. We've seen deer there. We hear the coyotes howl. I try to howl back, and then Corey's like, don't do that. And I was like, why not? And he's like, because you might entice the coyote to come over here. And I was like, I just want to pet it. So, it's been our spot for years. Well, this past, Monday, y'all, Corey ran to the store because he had to go get some new work outfits. He got promoted at his job, and so he needed to have like business outfits. And so he called me and said, Allie, and I said, well, what's up? I said, what's up? He goes, our field's on fire. And I said, what? He goes, our field is on fire. And I said, what do you mean our field is on fire? He said, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's exactly what I mean. Our field is on fire. I was like, what? Like, I was not really comprehending. I'm going to take a little bit of this shade Biva, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, and put this just a little bit like right here. So I feel like it's going to complement this shade pretty nicely. He said, our field's on fire. And I said, what? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, there's tons of fire trucks here. They're trying to put it out. And he's like, let me come get you. So he comes and picks me up. And we drive to our field instead of walk. And we just see all these cops and fire trucks there. Now, you know, we saw all these fire trucks. Now we see all these cops and fire trucks there. So Corey, just being Corey, gets out of the vehicle and walks up to a sheriff. And the sheriff is looking at him like, can I help you? Like, why are you walking out of the vehicle and walking my way? But Corey walked over and said, I'm really sorry to bother you, but do you guys need the access code to get into this field? And she's like, oh, is this your guys' field? And he goes, no, it's not. She's like, so then how do you have the access code to get over here? He's like, my wife and I bring our dogs over here. She's like, oh, so you guys trespass? And he's like, yep, we sure do, but I know the access code. And then she goes, let me see if the fire people, and she goes, let me see if the fire chief needs to have the access code to get back over there, because we might just end up utilizing it. So she didn't even care. That's stunning. That is so stunning. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Persuasion to do my inner corner. So she didn't even care that we told her that we were trespassing. So she went to the fire chief and asked if he needs to have the code to break down the barrier that's there to get into the barrier. And he said no. They went ahead and they just cut the entire thing. They just went ahead and cut the entire fence that was there because they needed to get through with the truck. And so she came back. She said, no, we're good. The fire's almost out anyway. And mind you, at this time, it is lightning like absolute crazy. First off, can we talk about how beautiful that looks? Like, what? I think I'm going to deepen the mean girl energy up just a little bit. Meanwhile, it was lightning like crazy. So what ended up happening is that she ended up telling Corey that a lightning had struck the tree. And since it's been so unbelievably hot here, I mean, we've had temperatures feel like 115. And it's in Florida with that humidity, it is just ungodly hot. And like, we barely had any rain recently. And so it's no wonder fires are starting. So she let us know that lightning hit the tree and that it caught on fire and that they're currently in the process of putting it out right now. And at this point, it is literally lightning like crazy and thundering, but like nothing is happening. It's just dark skies, tons of huge lightning bolts coming down. And I just remember I looked up and I just said, please, God, please just let it rain. Because like this fire was ravaging. Like they were literally pulling over the fire truck to help to refuel it with more water because they were literally running out of water trying to put this fire out. And if you guys know anything about like wildfires, you guys know that if anything's dry, that stuff can burn super quickly. And it didn't help that it was unbelievably windy. So we stood there. We kind of watched what was going on because I was just like, my field, y'all, I'm not even kidding. I'm going to tear up talking about it. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, Allie. You know what? My period's coming. My period's coming. I'm so sorry. So anyway, we got back in the car because it was lightning like crazy. And we slowly drove by it. And when we did, you can literally see all the smoke and all the fire like in the trees. And I literally... Bitch, get it together. You're getting together. I literally burst out in tears. Like, burst out in tears. And Corey goes, oh my God, you okay? And I just was like, that's our forest. Like, that's our land. It's not even like our land. I don't even own this, by the way. But in my mind, I was like, that is our forest. That is our piece of, like, home that we go to. We take our dogs to that field twice a week for 5 years. I was like, that is our home. And there's so many animals there. There's birds. I'm going to go in a shade right here called Big Brother. There's birds. There's like coyotes. There's bunnies. There's tons of different amazing wildlife out there. And this has been our sanctuary that we go to, that we had a huge escape from during COVID. We just go and relax in the field and have picnics. It was amazing. This is our field. And I said, and it's literally on fire. I don't know why I can't tell this story right now. I said, it's literally on fire. I said, this has been our place. So, oh my God, this is so stupid. I literally was sobbing in the car. As I was saying before, my tears rudely decided to interrupt me. I do apologize for being a human and being emotional. So anyway, I was like, that's literally like our home. And Corey's like, no, I get it. and we could see the fires, we could see all the smoke, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And like you could see the fire truck. They had to bring a second one out to come, you know, use it to help to control the fires. So I was just like staring at it going, please. At that moment, when I said that, I'm not kidding. It's like the floodgates open. Like my heart, the floodgates open my heart. The floodgates open in the sky, and it just started downpouring. I mean, like downpouring like crazy. And only thing I can do was lift my head up and just say thank you. And we start running back to the car, and I get pretty wet. I get pretty soaked. So does Corey. And as we're running back to the car, there was some random guy that was walking the side of the sidewalk, and I said, I was like, I'm so sorry to run past you. He's like, no, I'm gonna do the same thing. And like he started running as well. And now now they were able to contain the fire. We haven't gone to the field yet because it's been so hot. And mind you, this happened on Monday. We usually don't go over there until the weekends anyway, when we can kind of guarantee that there will be no people there that own the land there. So we, you know, like I said, we trespass. So we're going to go check it out this weekend. When we do, I'll definitely give you guys an update, because I can see it now when I drive by it. I can literally see the damage. Like, it's just right there. And it just really is sad to see, because it's not the first time that field in particular has caught on fire. It's caught on fire before years ago, like absolute years ago. There was a huge wildfire there. And I remember it completely shut down that road for like 8 hours because that fire was so massive. They had a hard time containing it. And whenever we go to that field now, we could still see, I wouldn't say the damage. Well, yeah, you can still see the damage because a lot of the trees there haven't fully bounced back from where they once were. Like they, you can see where there's some dead trees there that still retain the damage that had occurred before. I'm going to add a little bit of Petty right on top of that, so you can see where like the damage is from previous fires. So you could also see where fire trucks have cut through the brush to help to move through the area to help to really contain it. So like I said, it was just a really sad sight to see. I was really devastated to see a fire in that area, but I also understand that this is part of life, that it's nature. But for some reason, I just got super emotional about it, and I think it's just because, I don't know, there's a lot of changes happening in life, and sometimes I'm good with changes and sometimes I'm not. And I just feel like that was just an additional change that was happening, that I was just like, oh my fuck. I was just like, oh my fuck, not again. Please, no, I don't want to handle another like loss. And yeah, it was just an emotional time for me. Maybe I'm going to add just the shade, just the tip. Maybe let's do that shade instead. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be better off. It's going to be super messy. We're going to trust the process. I'm going back into that Big Brother shade. We're going to tap this right here. I will say this blue is ultra pigmented, but it's so pretty. Like so pretty. So I'm just going to tap this right here. And then I'm going to add the shade. I don't know how to say that. That shade right here. So pretty. This is so creamy. It's like a blue purple shift too. It's so beautiful. We're going to add this right here. Oh my God, yes. Right next to that shade, I think I'm going to go in the shade right here called Femme. This beautiful pinky shade. I feel like that'd be really pretty next to that blue purple shade. Like right here. I'm going to go in with Body Tea right here. Okay, so next for the eyes, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Selfish. I'm going to use that to line my upper waterline. You guys know I love doing this step. And then we're going to try out the mascara. I may or may not put on lashes. If I do, I think I might just do a half lash. We'll see. I really just want to see how well this mascara performs, because I don't recall Glamlite ever launching a mascara before. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've seen them with the mascara. For mascara, I have the Just the Tip mascara. This says, transform your lashes with Just the Tip. This ultra black, waterproof, and fierce and flake-free formula delivers dramatic volume and definition. So I'm just kind of curious to see if I can wear this without putting on false lashes. But normally when I do really bold, beautiful looks like this, I always like to wear false lashes because for some reason I feel like it really enhances. Although a lot of it enhances it, but a lot of you guys said that you guys kind of like it when I don't, so you guys can focus more on the eye looks. I will say both are stunning. Both are stunning. So this is how the mascara is going to look. I am going to go ahead and curl my lashes beforehand. And then let's go ahead and try Just the Tip. Ooh, that's very unique looking. Feels incredibly light on the lashes. I do not feel it on there whatsoever, which is really, really nice. It's not like poking my eye. The bristles feel very soft. I could definitely see it lengthening and separating the lashes. But I am very particular about my mascara, so I feel like this is one of those mascaras I'm gonna have to try on a day that I'm not wearing like heavy eye makeup. Like I could wear this tomorrow when I go to work to test it out. I do have a good waterproof version because it's perfect if you have long lashes that go dupe, not oop. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go throw on a half lash, put on the base makeup. We're gonna come back to do the under eye setting powder along with the blushes and the 2 lip kits. For the next product, we have the brand new snatching powder. Now I know Glamlite recently came out with their loose setting powder last year, and now they have a snatching powder. This says, the Daus X Glamlite Snatching Powder is your secret to an ultra smooth finish. Instantly brighten, blur, and lift any area of your face for a smooth filter look. Apply wherever you want to be snatched. So this is the first time they've ever done something like this. There's 3 different shades, and I will say they feel incredible. They absolutely feel incredible. Now I've seen Michaela Nagori review this collection, and she used this shade for underneath her eye. She's a little bit paler, she's a bit lighter than me. So I think for me, I think I might actually kind of mix the 2 right here to apply underneath my eye. I don't really know which one I want to use more, but we're just going to try this. I'm just going to kind of tap into here, and we're going to use the Daus Mendoza mirror to apply this. It says it's time to get ready with the limited edition Daus X Glamlite mirror, an exclusive must-have for the Davilas, designed for the ultimate glam experience. Out this snatching powder. Oh, okay, they were not lying when they said that this was bright. Oh my God, it's bright. Oh no, shit. Okay, let me go back and let me go in the middle shade to try to tone that down. Oh my God. Okay, wow, they were not. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, that's a pretty intense under eye powder. Oh, okay, light-handed. I'm just gonna go in with this shade on this eye. It is very bright. I thought they were playing when they said that, but they were not. It's a very bright powder. That is so much better. Okay, so for me, I'm probably gonna stay away from the little bit of a lavender gray shade and definitely go for more of the middle one, because that is definitely a lot better for me. You can definitely see where that's definitely not better for me. You can see where it does smooth the under eye. It is still very brightening. I'm gonna see if I can take this yellow one right here. See if I can try to tone that down just a bit. A little bit goes a long way when it comes to the snatching powders, because if you guys can already tell, it's really bright. So note to self, go in very light-handed. Honestly, maybe for me, next time when I go to use this, I might just use a brush instead of the powder puff, because I feel like this definitely does brighten the under eye. I think it's just a little bit more than what I expected. It works beautifully well. You could definitely see where it brighten it up, and where it's also ultra smoothing. Mine looks a bit more messy now because I did kind of mess with it, but I was not expecting it to be as bright as it was. So I'm just gonna try to fix this with a little bit of bronzer and some blush, and hopefully we can fix this up. Okay, so now that we have the bronzer on, you can definitely still see the brightening powder. It is what it is. I think my under eye does look really pretty. I don't know how it's coming off in camera, but looking at it right here, it definitely is brightened. It does look ultra smoothing, and it feels incredibly soft on the skin. I'm just not really used to seeing me with her super bright under eyes, so this is definitely kind of throwing me off, but it's more of user error than anything else. So next we're gonna go into the blush trio right here, and this says, the Daus X Glamlite Blush Trio is your go-to for glowing, sun-kissed cheeks. 3 buttery, blendable, and blurring blushes shades that add the perfect pop of color to your complexion. So I will say, I think these blush shades right here are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I think for me, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this blush shade right here, and I'm gonna very, very lightly apply it to the cheeks. I don't be too heavy-handed, because sometimes I can be. So I'm gonna be very, very, very light-handed as best as possible, because sometimes I can be pretty heavy with it. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm just gonna lightly stamp that in. Oh my God, I think that is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, I love how that looks. Okay, wow. So to finish off the under eyes on this eye right here, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade called Haze. We're gonna softly buff that underneath my waterline. I'm gonna go very soft with my under eye today. I don't wanna go too heavy. So I'm gonna take a very just soft color, and we're gonna go ahead and apply that we're gonna apply that right underneath the waterline. And for this eye, I think we're gonna go into the shade right here called Dawsonator. I love the shade name. And then I'm gonna softly blend that out with I'm going to take the shade right here called Dracaris. All right, so for the inner corner of this eye, we're going to go actually, okay, for both inner corners, we're going to go in the shade right here called Moi. It's a beautiful silver shade. I think it's going to complement both eye looks really nicely. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to put this right here. Oh my God, that is such a stunning silver shade. And then for the brow bone for both, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Body Tea. One more time. I'm just going to put that right above the brow bone for both shades, for both looks. Okay, so to finish off the makeup look, we have two different lip kits. We're going to have the DSL lip kit, followed by the Puntona lip kit. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I'm going to go ahead and swatch both so you can see how both look. I absolutely love Glamlite's formula. If you guys have never tried their lip kits, I tell you guys all the time, they're absolutely so worth it. They're so good. So we're going to go ahead and go in with the lip liner first. We're going to go into lipstick. I love the packaging on this one. Not necessarily a color I'd go for, but you know what? It's not bad. Then we're going to follow it up with the lip gloss right here. This is always the star of the show. Ah, it smells incredible. Okay, that actually looks beautiful with this eye look. So this right here, this is the DSL lip kit, and this one says that this one says slay your game with an all-in-one lip kit, Daus X Glamlite lip kit. I will say this is such a pretty lip combo overall. I didn't think I was going to like this color on me, but it's actually really nice. And the smell of lip gloss, I don't know what it is, but oh my God, it's so divine. Okay, so next we have is the Putonia lip kit, and this is gonna be more of like a fiery engine red lip kit. It looks really pretty. I don't know how it's gonna match with this eye look, but we're gonna definitely try this out. So we're gonna go in with the lip liner first. Just glides right on. Ooh, I love that combination right there. That is so perfect for me. Like, what? That is stunning. Like, oh, I could literally stop it right here. That is absolutely beautiful. Then we're going to top it off with the gloss right here. I think the gloss has a little bit of plumpiness to it because I feel like a soft tingle on the lips. And I will say, I feel like soft tingle on the lips, but it's not too overwhelming. And again, the smell is really pleasant. So now we're going to go in with this red gloss. Hopefully it doesn't alter this too much. Let's see. Y'all, that is the one right there. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys out and give you guys my final thoughts on this collection. The way that this final look turned out, I literally am obsessed with this. I could not tell you guys which eye look I like more. Personally, I think they are both so beautiful on their own. Like this one, ooh, she's stunning. But then this one is also so beautiful on its own. So for me, oh, I literally can't tell you which one I love more. So starting off, I will say this is such a beautiful palette. Like, I think the color story in here is absolutely incredible. You're going to get 30 different shades of mattes and shimmers. You guys know it already has the Glamlite's iconic formula in here. So for me, if you are a neutral lover, don't be intimidated by this palette because there are a lot more neutral shades in here than there are colorful shades. But if you want to try, there are a lot more colorful shades. There's a lot more neutral shades in here than there are colorful shades. I think this is a perfect balance between the two. And I thoroughly enjoyed this color story. I wasn't sure at first, but after playing with it, oh, this is a stunning palette. Then we do have these snatching powders. This is going to be a little bit more of a learning curve to me. Looking at my makeup right now, I think my makeup looks absolutely stunning. Like, I love how my makeup turned out right now. I will say it's going to take me a little bit to get used to having a really bright under eye, but this is going to be more of a learning curve. I will say my makeup looks absolutely flawless under my under eye. It's very bright. It's very smoothing, which I really do appreciate. But it's definitely going to be more of a learning curve on how to properly apply this without overdoing it and making me too white and making me too bright. But overall, I think it's really, really beautiful. The blushes, what can I say? They're stunning. They're so light and beautiful. Definitely built it up, but you could also keep it soft. It's such a beautiful formula, but I'm not surprised because Glamlite has amazing blush formula. If you guys ever tried it, you guys know, and the color story in this, stunning. Then we are going to have the two lip kits right here. Honestly, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the DSL one, but after wearing it, I was like, wow, okay, that is absolutely beautiful. But the one for me is going to be this one right here. This lip combo, say less. This is going to be a new lip combo. It is absolutely stunning, and I think it's going to be perfect for the fall season. Don't let that red lip gloss don't let that red lip gloss intimidate you. It's a very sheer lip gloss. You could build it up, but it's so beautiful. It has a wonderful scent, and it feels like you have a little bit of like iciness onto your lip. And if you guys have ever tried any of Glamlite's lip formula, you guys know that their lip kits are top tier. They go viral for a reason. Next, we do have the mascara. I'm gonna keep testing this out. I'm gonna keep testing this out. I think for me, I'm going to wear this tomorrow morning when I'm not wearing any eye makeup before I go to work so I can keep trying it out. But first impressions, it's not bad. It does lift, it does separate. It's very soft on the lashes, which I do appreciate. And then lastly, we do have the mirror right here. This is just Glamlite's iconic mirror. I think it's really cute. Definitely does frame the face for sure. And it's one I'm definitely happy to add to my collection. So with that said, a huge congratulations to Daus Mendoza and Glamlite on this iconic collaboration. It took 2 years for them to create this. This is Glamlite's, I want to say, third collaboration, because I know they previously worked with previous content creators before, like Michaela and stuff like that. So I think it's like their third or fourth, but it's like their second collaboration with a big TikToker. And honestly, I think it's absolutely amazing that not only is it a beauty boy, but it's a Hispanic beauty boy on top of that. And it's so wonderful to see that in this industry. So a huge congratulations to Daus and Glamlite. This collection is going to be available right now. I will have all the price points listed down below. If you guys do want to pick it up, you guys can use my code Allie D to save you guys 15% off. And as someone who originally wasn't going to buy the entire collection, after playing with it, yeah. Yeah, I would have ended up buying all of it just because this is everything to me. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures with my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.